Hi guys and welcome to DriveSpark. I'm Promeet and today we are driving the all-new Skoda Octavia. Now this is the 4th generation Octavia and it shares nothing with the previous generation model. This is a brand new sedan, so stay tuned to the video as we tell you everything you need to know about the brand new 2021 Skoda Octavia. So now let's talk about the front end of the car, and the very first thing you'll see that has changed are these headlights. Now the previous generation Octavia featured two headlights, one for the low beam and one for the high beam. Now this is a single cluster, it's a very sleek cluster, and as you can see over here it gets these new J-shaped DRL that look extremely bright, and Skoda likes to call these the Skoda crystal lighting. They feature projectors for the high and the low beam, and over here you get the fog lamps that are also LED. Now there is a lot of chrome that's present on the car. You can see there is a chrome strip that runs along the lower bumper and it joins both the fog lights, and you can see that this gets the signature Skoda grille and it gets a chrome strip running all around it with the Skoda logo right in the center. Also in the international model this gets a 360-degree camera feature. Now the camera is placed over there, but since we had to do some cost cutting, that feature is no longer available in the Indian market. So yeah guys, that was the front end of the all new Skoda Octavia and it just looks too good. So now let's start talking about the side profile, and the very first thing that will catch your eye are those beautiful AERO black 17-inch alloy wheels. Just look at them, they look absolutely fantastic and give the car a very sporty look. Now since this is an LNK variant, you get the LNK badging over here and you get some amount of chrome that's present around the windows, and you also get one more feature that is really nice, and this time the rear doors, all 4 doors feature the keyless entry and exit. So there you go, the car is open, and if you want to close it, there you go, you can see that the car closed. It is usually present on the front 2 doors, but now it is present on all doors, and that's a really good feature. You can also see the design is kind of a notchback. The roof just merges into the boot very nicely, and there are some subtle body lines that run from the headlight all the way to the tail light, and it gets a ground clearance of around 140 mm. That's not too much, but yeah, the car will not bottom out on the speed bumps. So please mention in the comments, how do you like the side profile of the all new 2021 Skoda Octavia? So now let's talk about the rear section, and over here also you can see that this gets a sleek looking tail lamp unit. Now the tail lamp unit is divided into 2 parts. Half of it is inside the body and half of it is attached to the boot. Now this is also LED and looks absolutely fantastic with the Octavia badging over here. Now you get the Skoda written over here instead of the badging. Now this is the new design language, and over here you can see that this gets a slight bump. It's like a ducktail spoiler or a lip spoiler you can call, that gives the car an overall sporty look from the rear. You also get a rear view camera along with parking sensors, and the best part is that you get an automatic boot. Now you don't need your hands, anything. There is a button over here to close it, but again you can do that. And yeah, let's talk about the boot. So this is a 600-liter boot space. Now the Octavia and the Skodas are known for their boot space, so as you can see that there is a 600-liter boot space. If you further want more space, fold the seats. It's in a 60-40 split, so depending on the luggage you have, you can just fold on the seat and you will get more space for your luggage. You also get this detachable rack where you can keep some stuff. If you don't want it, just take it out. And yeah, to close the boot, that's about it. So it takes around 2-3 seconds to, there you go, there's locked. So yeah guys, the new Octavia from the rear looks absolutely sporty and fantastic at the same time. So now we're inside the cabin and I'm at the front seat, and the car is completely new. Everything that you see over here is new, starting from the dashboard, to the door panels, everything is finished in soft touch leather, and there is a lot of Alcantara. You can see that this time they have used Alcantara on the dashboard as well, and over here you get a 10-inch floating infotainment system. Now you can control almost everything from this infotainment system. You have a 2-zone climate control, you have the works, and You also get a 10.2 inch instrument cluster over here. Now that is again a fully digital instrument cluster, and you can change the view. You can either keep it on dial or you can keep it blank. You can view the map. You have a lot of things over here. Now the best highlight of the cabin is the steering wheel. So this is now a 2-spoke steering wheel. It may kind of look weird, but I mean, I am kind of liking it. It gives that car the sporty feel, and there is a bump over here at the bottom. I mean, that really completes the steering wheel. The steering wheel also has some chrome accents. I mean, there are chrome accents all around in the car. Like for example, the door handles on the steering wheel. These buttons are new and they are absolutely fantastic. You get the light controls over here. Now the door panels, I told you, feature a lot of leather and Alcantara. You have a music system from Canton and it just sounds mesmerizing. It's amazing. You also have a subwoofer and that is absolutely fantastic. You also get ambient lighting all around, and this time around the volume rocker is basically a touch slider that you have over here just below the infotainment system. So that is absolutely fantastic. You have all your other buttons that are present below the infotainment system. The AC vent is surprisingly, the middle AC vent is present over here. It is a bit tricky to get the airflow to your face or wherever you want it directly. To struggle a bit. Again, there are chrome accents on the AC vents that look really nice. One thing that this car misses out on is a sunroof. Neither of the Style or the LNK variant gets a sunroof. The LNK should have got a sunroof. So yeah, that's the virtual cockpit of the all new 2021 Skoda Octavia. And yeah, now let's go behind and I'll tell you more about that. So now we are at the rear of the car, and this seat you see over here is adjusted according to my height. I'm 6 feet 2 inches, and after that, so you can see that there is some amount of space left. Now that's a really good thing. To be very honest, this seat can accommodate 3 people, but there is a tunnel that's running over here, so I mean the third person will find it slightly difficult to adjust, but 2 are absolutely fantastic. If you're 2 people going, you can see that there is an armrest over here you can deploy. It also has 2 cup holders, and you have 2 Type-C chargers, and right over here behind the seat you have a small pocket that will hold your phone. Now that's a really nice gesture. You only have 2-zone climate control, but you have the AC vents at the rear. Pretty effective, and again you get those chrome accents on the AC vent that look really nice. I wish the car definitely had a sunroof. You get the lights, all the cabin lights in LED, and they are touch. I mean, you just have to touch them. There's no physical button for it. Now the doors, again I told you, finished in leather, Alcantara and soft touch materials. You also get a shade that's manual. Now there's a shade for the rear doors as well as for the rear windshield, and yeah, that's about it. You get some storage space over here for like a 1 liter bottle and some newspapers. Overall, cabin is really good. It's really spacious. I mean, yeah, definitely my legs are not gonna touch, and the drive, I mean, it will be absolutely comfortable and fantastic. Just because of the rear seat, it's very cushiony and it is absolutely soft. So yeah, I mean the rear cabin of the all new Octavia is just as good as the front. I mean, you don't have all the features over here, but anyway, it's very comfortable over here. So now we are at the driving seat of the all new Octavia, and first things first, let me just give you a quick engine brief. So the new Octavia is only going to be available with a 2-liter petrol engine. That's the 2-liter TFSI engine that pumps out 190 bhp of power and 320 Nm of peak torque. Now this engine is mated to the 7-speed DSG, but there is a change now, and now the DSG is a shift-by-wire. So it features a shift-by-wire technology. Now what that means is, earlier the DSG, when you used to shift the gear, there was a mechanical linkage that used to tell the gearbox to engage a gear and then so on. But now when you just hit the D button, so there's a computer tells the gearbox that you have to engage the front, I mean the drive gear or the reverse gear. So yeah, I mean it's just like the ride-by-wire technology. So this is shift-by-wire technology, and yeah, it's pretty good. The DSG gearbox is, anyway, no doubt, it's one of the best gearboxes available. It is so fast, it is so quick. let's talk about the seat first. So as I mentioned that the seats are really comfortable earlier also. The driver and the passenger seats both are adjustable. Only the driver side gets the seat memory function. Somehow there are 3 seat memory settings over here. The steering wheel, as I was saying, the steering wheel is pretty light. It's not that heavy. It's neither heavy nor light. It's somewhere in between, and that's like the sweet spot where you want the steering wheel to be that hard and not that light also. So I mean, at high speeds it's pretty good. The engine is pretty responsive, and there are no dedicated drive modes in this. You just have the D and the S mode, and you also have paddle shifters, so just in case you want to go all out. So I'll just give you a quick acceleration. So now we are in S mode, and when I flow the car, it revs all the way to the 5700 mark. I mean, it does not even touch 6000 RPM. But yeah, it's a pretty fast car. And there you go. You can hear the first beep, 280. And now you can hear the second beep, that's 130 within no time, within this one stretch from one signal to the other. So yeah, I mean, it's a pretty fast front wheel drive car from factory, and trust me, this 2-liter TFSI engine just, I mean, it just does wonders. It's so smooth, it's so quiet. Whenever you want it to cruise, it'll cruise. Whenever you want it to go fast, or you want to take control over the gearbox, you have the paddle shifters. Turning radius is pretty nice. The suspension setup is somewhere between it's actually somewhere in between. It's neither soft nor that hard, so you get that luxury drive experience, and at the same time, when you want to go flat out, you can put on S, and then I mean, yeah, the car is pretty stable. There is not much of body roll present in the car. But yeah, overall the driving experience has been really nice. So that's about it. To sum it up, the new Octavia is really good, really fascinating features, a couple of them. First of all, on the inside is the steering wheel, the 2-spoke. On the outside are the headlights and the alloy wheels. The AERO black alloy wheels just look too good. The 2021 Octavia, loaded with features on the inside, outside, looks absolutely fantastic. Drives well, handles well. One thing that I again would like to say, that the LNK version should definitely have a sunroof. Overall, otherwise, I mean, I'll be just nitpicking. It's a fantastic car, and yeah, it's a big thumbs up from my end. So guys, that was the all new 2021 Skoda Octavia, and this particular variant is the LNK variant, and there is a low variant also that's called the Style variant. So in short, there are 2 variants, Style and LNK. Now the color options that you get on LNK are 5, and there are 3 color options on the Style variant. Pricing, we expect this sedan to be priced between the range of around 25 to 30 lakhs ex-showroom, and I hope I explained the car well to you. If you need to know anything else, please mention it down in the comment section, and we will get back to you on that. Until then, I'm Promit signing out. See you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and be safe.